well, folks at home, you had to wait like 5 days for new episodes, so welcome. We're all getting started late here, and it is my fault, so don't mind me. I'm just going to look at my notes here. You have a message, Cosmo. After coming back from your loss and then your vacation / trip to Morn Pavlusha, you've received several communications from Zhang Kunfei over the last few weeks that have been polite, but this one is Mandresa in exile of Heligoland, Zhang Kunfei. It's time to make a decision as to whether you are my Solaris Knight or not.
Yes, so one of the first things Nicholas would like to do, and following up to this, is one, find clothes that were similar to what the other men were wearing in the restaurant we went last time, so that he is not in just a tux. He's in something that looks
it's good
nicer.
That you got paid this month.
This is true. If my salary didn't go through, I'd be showing up in the same tux.
All right, so you're about to what's Sam's character on Oath of Lachlan? Yeah, you're about to Lachlan McDougal it up. I think you're wearing like a blue dress shirt with a black turtleneck sweater, and then like a purple suit with lime threading highlights, and like
glad you worked some lime in there.
Yeah, lime green LED highlights at the sleeves and at the pants, so that you cast like a glow around your body. Oh, and at the collar as well.
And maybe a pocket square, perhaps.
Yeah. And then probably something really Capellan as well. Like, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know how much hair you have. We've got your character art, and we have official permission to show it. But nice. Maybe that'll have to wait for the last match of this season. Who sent me it? Was it Sun Spirit is our artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, Sun Spirit. It's also my icon in Discord for anyone who's seen me talking smack lately.
I don't know if you know this, but the majority of my viewers don't use Discord, and the majority of my viewers have never pressed the like button or communicated with me in any way. And it has bothered me for, like, I can only talk with people who talked back to me. And so sometimes at night when I think about it, I go, how do I reach these kids?
All right, Cartman.
How do I reach them? All right. That's, I mean, yes, that's from Cartman, but it's also from the Edward James almost Commander Adama before Commander Adama.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, it was Cartman who made it famous.
Sure. For me, it was the other one, but
that's where my mentality's at. All right. So after I've got some appropriate clothing that really makes me stand out.
So you don't have enough hair to do like a real solid, like top knot or some sort of like bun or something like that.
So you know who I
how do you feel about extensions?
Ooh, for this type of occasion, why not? Let's go all out for Zhang Kunfei.
All right, now let me ask a question real quick that is going to spoil this conversation for all of us. Are you the type of person that's going to put like the attachment holder holding it in place? Like, is it going to be the symbol of the planet Heligoland, or like that, if you're going to be super extra about being extra?
I mean, yeah, why not?
All right. Okay.
I mean, that feels like the safer approach. We can't risk looking a fool in front of Zheng. So
sure. I mean, you come in looking like you do now.
Like I'm no longer Cosmo.
I don't know. I mean, I really feel like you can't remove Cosmo from the Cosmo-ness. You know what I mean? Like, he just is who he is. I'm still working on getting this artwork. I had to download all of them, and now I'm uploading. We're inches away from showing the audience. Here we go. This is who we're looking at right now, friends. The happy face of Cosmo.
And I think I could clearly see it, but maybe I won't spoil it. Let people think for a week or so on who Sun Spirit and I kind of talked about that is also Russian and was kind of the inspiration for what I thought Cosmo would look like. I've mentioned it in the Discord before, so some people might figure it out, but
I don't know.
If most of your viewers are not Discorders, then it's a good brain teaser, and I'll reveal it next week or the week after.
I'm thinking about doing BattleTech bingo during the mercenary mission. Yeah, Limo's not there, so we can't do like a pilot kill headshot. That's rifle.
or broadsword or anything else to the face immediately.
We have Kyle though, so we could still put DFA on the board.
I mean a flood DFA.
I've never seen. I used to say for like 3 days I was like, I've never seen 2 mechs fail so hard, and then I saw Oath of Endo still this week. Oh my god!
I was feeling.
That's why like some people won't see it until next week.
I was feeling for Red. I'll say that.
It was a rough time for him, but hey, they managed to get partial success out of all that.
As a viewer who I follow it pretty damn hard, I still am not sure what all the objectives are, and so it's interesting at the end when it's like, you actually have a realistic chance of doing it, and then you hear Rad's like, oh yeah, I just gotta get this this my leader over here that's he's in a state right now, I won't spoil it too much, but he's just got to cross an atlas, he's also got to cross it just lists off all this shit. I'm like, is that really what the objective is? But fun to watch player versus player a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways,
we're so far. You are walking into a meeting with Zhang Kunfei.
Yes, and so I would try to set up so that it's at the same restaurant. I tried to get the same, if not better, table, and already ordered the food, which was the Kobe steak with wine, just like last time. Trying to make sure that everything is like as professionally done as possible here. And then I'd let her know, by the way, I have a reservation for us to meet. Hope you can make it because it's already planned.
Okay. All right. She is wearing like the biggest pants you've ever seen. So it's not like she's a huge woman, right? She's petite. And it's safely cinched at the belt, right? Tightly. But the pants are basically like the dress pants version of parachute pants from like rap videos and shit.
Yeah, MC Hammer.
Yeah, there's like a Nazgul level of extra fabric being involved in here. The ring race. They had like fucking 40 feet of fabric behind them. That's what her pants are doing right now.
Is there someone like holding them behind her like it's a wedding or something? And
then she's got like a halter top with sunglasses clipped on them and a suit jacket on. And the suit jacket is like 2 sizes too big for her and baggy.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm not sure what to make of that.
Several of the people nearby as she's entering in are just like, oh my god, her such high level of fashion. Look at her clutch. It's whatever the Battletech version of Gucci is, Gio Avanti.
Jesus. Meanwhile, I'm like neon at the table. All right, we'll make a standout couple for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely like someone discreetly taking pictures of the two of you who are like, I don't know who they are yet, but someone's gonna want these pictures.
Okay, then based on her reaction to like if she smiles or not for the pictures, Cosmo does the exact same. So he's mimicking her approach to whatever the pictures are. If she just ignores them, that's fine, but if she plays it up a little, Cosmo's 100% playing it up too.
When you take a second look at her outfit, you're pretty sure that that's actually your suit jacket that she's wearing. Like something from out of your closet.
Like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm probably not going to say anything, but it will certainly cause
when she sits down, she immediately says it. She just says, it's all the fashion right now among women of my stature. It's called the Big Brother blazer. My people acquired it from you. I apologize.
Your people have access to... it doesn't matter. I should just assume everyone has access.
You are a dangerous man in dangerous circumstances, Nicholas.
Which is why I'm lucky to have friends like yourself, Zhang. May I call you Zhang? What would you prefer to go by? I probably covered this last time, but I can't remember the answer.
No. So Zhang is actually her last name.
Oh, shit. Well, that just shows my ignorance then. So Kun Fei?
Yeah. So she tells you, please call me Kun. There's no need for titles and formality between us, I think. Should I take your presence here as a positive sign towards our future endeavors?
Yes, indeed. I graciously accept your offer to represent you in the gladiator games in exchange for the protection from the Maskarovka. And okay. I would like to bring attention to our cause to take back what is rightfully ours from the Davian thieves. He's like, I'm bumbling through it because I can't read and talk at the same time, but he's also probably bumbling through it a little bit because he's nervous as hell.
You speak Mandarin Chinese?
Me? No.
Okay.
Cosmo? Yes.
Oh, okay. Then Cosmo understands when she smiles throughout this as if, yeah, this is great. Everything's perfect. She agrees with everything you're saying, and then she turns and gives an icy stare to one of her people standing nearby. And in quiet Mandarin Chinese orders that friend Wei be removed to a new posting in the Magistry of Canopus as soon as possible in a low-level diplomatic position on the farthest world from here as possible.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
That's going to make the long game very difficult for revenge.
I mean, this is when you show something on your face.
Probably a little
Cosmo's
bit. Cosmo's not very.
She holds up a hand and turns back to you and smiles and says, "I'm sorry. I thought that this was what you wanted. This will ruin his life."
Ruining his life is my goal, I suppose. This suffices. Yes. You have my thanks.
Is there some other way you would have this man handled? I cannot have him coming after my people.
I think in due time I will have my revenge when our paths cross. And he's probably way too blunt about that. I does plan on taking him out at some point.
Okay.
That has no plan how, but just it has on some point on Cosmo's to-do list. If he remembers it all.
She turns back to the servant and lowers her hand and says, have, again in Mandarin Chinese so that random people standing nearby can't understand. Have friend Wei delivered to the alleyway behind this restaurant. We will
Jesus Christ.
Be there in a few minutes after dessert.
So I feel like me hearing the rest of the story, I'm like, okay, well, it's just, right par for the course with everything else that's happened in Solaris Nights. Cosmo hasn't been part of any of that mafia stuff, and he's probably like, oh shit, like, okay, all right, this works. Quick resolution. It's almost like season 1 is ending soon. I would say the rest of the conversation after he basically agrees to represent her. He's really trying to he doesn't know a ton about Kun, so he's trying to figure out what's her plan, what is it, what are your expectations for me, how much influence do you really have with Kali, what's she like. So, like basic conversation stuff, but anything that I guess you would want Cosmo to know from her at this point is basically it.
Yeah. So let me be clear, out of character. She would love for you to become a Thugi cultist with her. But the thing about cultists is they're never like, hey bro, you want to just come like join our cult, man? You want to like worship Kali Liao as a goddess? That's not how it starts, right? It starts with little things like invitations to meetings with friends and like inquiring about your level of religion and spiritualism.
Okay, makes sense. So that's what, like, I as a player know what Callie and all that is into, but Cosmo probably didn't. So that's what he's trying to figure out.
Callie Liao, to the general Capellan Confederation public, is a spiritual leader who helps guide her brother, and not
Sounds
a roving lunatic minutes away from causing nerve gas attacks and helping unleash the horrors of jihad.
Her perfectly safe situation for Cosmo then. Okay. And yeah, I think that's really what he wanted out of this conversation was agreeing, confirming protection from Maskarovka, and just trying to understand what it is he's getting himself into a little bit.
Okay. So the thing about
this makes the back alley thing more interesting. Step one, show me your commitment.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So the thing about the Capellan Confederation is that they don't really have knights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They the Chinese culture has never really had a strong knighting outside of the concept of I think they're called Shi, and that's real. That's like thousands of years old. That's like pre-BC level of old kind of deal. And so that's carried kind of a bit into the Battletech future, that they don't really have an idea of knights. They have a very strong formalized military. And so she bestows upon you at like before dessert, she like stands up and has you kneel and uses a little bit of like it's not like a dinner knife, but it is like a short knife that she has to essentially induct you as a Sashao of the Capellan Confederation, which makes you a major in her house guard.
Oh shit.
So you are now what passes for a Knight of Heligoland and an honorary major in the CCAF.
Well, this just makes it that much easier to take ex-soldier for my next playbook.
You can take a current soldier for your next playbook, I guess.
That's true.
I mean, I've mentioned it before, but ex-soldier's literally just named after Cloudstrife from Final Fantasy VII. The first thing you hear about him is that he's an ex-soldier.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I need any advantage I can possibly get on initiative because it's kicking my ass the past 2 sessions. Okay, cool. Cosmo's probably thinking, all right, well, this is big. Wonder where that knife came from, but all right, I'm in. This is good. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Okay. Yeah. So you are now kind of expected to like dedicate your matches in her name, and maybe she might ask you to do some other stuff, and in that process, you know, she'll grant you boons and favors outside of the formal structure of investment. So yeah, after dessert, which is tiramisu, she just had like she goes out through the kitchen, right? Like people in the kitchen are just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then one guy's like, "Shh, don't you know who that is?" And he, you know, and like the two of you exit out the back of the kitchen, and one of her security guys is just like, "We were never here."
All right. This is just more and more setting in. Like Cosmo's like, okay, I'm really in it now.
So another security guy like hops to catch up with you and like pulls out a 9mm pistol and takes the safety off and hands it to you. And we see someone that's very obviously Mr. Wei, hogtied and gagged in a dumpster with another car that's with unmarked diplomatic plates nearby.
Okay.
There's like 3 large men and women in dark suits standing nearby that, you know, bow formally towards the Mandresso as she approaches. And she says, "This is my present of fealty for you, Nicholas. I can be here if you want to, or I can leave and you can handle this however you would like."
I would imagine the Mandressa does not need accent. I would imagine Mandressa, you do not need to see the dirty deed, no?
She doesn't say anything, but she gets into the car, and like most of her security guards, except for one, the guy who handed you the pistol, remains here with you as they drive off.
Oh, so she does leave. Okay. If she stayed and watched, it would have totally flipped in Cosmo's head, like, oh shit, she is a badass. Like, this is bad.
No, just to be clear, she's not leaving because she's like disgusted or anything. She's leaving because she has other better things to do.
Makes sense,
don't ever mistake her for not being cold and hard as frost ice at the edge of an asteroid belt.
Well, that's what's building in Cosmo's mind.
Okay.
But I think so. Cosmo's actually never handled a gun. He's always only had like weapon fights, like with a wrench or something, with other mechs or something. So he's a little uncomfortable with a gun in his hand, but in his head he just keeps saying, "It's for Pavlusha. It's for Pavlusha," and he'll probably go up, look away, and as he's pulling the trigger, which he will pull the trigger, he's probably thinking exactly of the conversation he told Lindholder. Is this what Pavlusha would want? And he still pulls the trigger anyways. But he doesn't look. He never turns and looks. The
instant that's done, the guy like grabs the gun out of your hand and like wipes it down, ejects the magazine, and puts it in a plastic bag, all of the different parts, and just says, "You should get out of here, sir. Don't worry, I'll take care of this." And he like pulls out some sort of fluid and begins pouring it over the, dying body of Wei in the dumpster.
Oh, so I didn't even kill him. I like missed.
If you shoot where you didn't tell me where you shot, right?
That's true.
If you shot him in the heart, it's going to take a while to die. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like a bit.
I probably hit him somewhere in the torso because I wasn't looking. I guess that's a little more brutal. Oh well, he can burn, I suppose.
Look, if you want to say you shot him in the head, he's still gonna burn this guy. So
yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
that's what he's here to do.
Well, this is just fitting after I said what an hour ago. If Cosmo were to go dark, I would do this, and it doesn't get any darker than what just happened.
I've been waiting weeks for this, bro. I like how everybody's like, man, so glad we're past the mafia storyline now. I knew once we started down this path of corruption and murder, we would never be the same.
But don't worry, season 1's ending, right? Okay. Well, that takes care of that. Honestly, going into this session, I was like, all right, I'll set this up so that, maybe towards the end of season 2, I'll finally get revenge on Wei. All right, to kind of, I guess, speed things up a little bit here. Only 2 other people I wanted to go talk to quickly. First is Buck. I'd probably invite him to a random dive bar for a quick drink. Sorry if you can hear the dog. I don't know if you can or not.
Buck comes in to the dive bar wearing a stained t-shirt, a hat for a country music band, and blue jeans, also stained, and solid work boots covered in mech grease. He sits down and immediately orders a primary beer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say vodka.
No. Bartender's like, that's a foreign beer. Son, you want the extra charge on that? And he just goes, keep them coming. As he pours a little salt into each beer.
You know what a great trick is? Actually, this is complete tangent, but the salt reminded me of it. If your beer sticks in your coaster, pour some salt on the coaster. Your beer no longer sticks. Pro tips. But I think Cosmo would he'd probably get the primary beer as well, just to try to help form that kind of bond, because they haven't spoken since the beach Gladiator Hall. Just to try to be like, same thing, I'm with him. And Cosmo would say, Buck, I never got to thank you for telling me the truth. Only you and one other have been honest with me about PK and his desire to be a mech tech, not a warrior. I was so focused on what my ears heard from his mention to be a mercenary. I tried to make him a warrior versus what my eyes were telling me. I was not wise. And you saw it and I did not. And I appreciate your transparency with me.
Look, I got to tell you, Cosmo, Nick, I'm on my way out.
What do you mean?
This job. I'm wrapping it up.
Your own choice?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think we all know Elizabeth been trying to can me for a while, and I guess I appreciate you not saying anything, and so do none of the boys, but I just put so much work into all these machines, and it's too hard on me watching all of my life's work just blow up every week. And then we got to put in a whole back-breaking labor. We got 2 weeks to roll that stuff out. I ain't no soldier, but I know military men tell me they wouldn't expect these kind of machines to be repaired for couple of days, maybe even a month, and certainly not at this rate. I mean, we're talking triage rates that they hadn't seen since the clan invasion. I mean, it wasn't even this bad on Tukey.
Is it just the workload that's the problem? If we get to more,
I mean, a lot has happened here. A lot has happened, Cosmo, and I can't deal with the drama and the laugh and all that. It's fine. I'm sure there'll be more than Solaris is a big planet, and there's 10 trillion people in the inner sphere. You'll find one guy to be the Aztec to all of your machines. It'll work out. It's just not going to be me.
Well, that cuts off many of the talking points I had. However,
I'll still be here for 2, 3, 4 more weeks. Don't worry about that, but yeah, I'm sorry. I just
if this is what you truly wish, I will not try to talk you out of it. I will miss you though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the mech racing circuit. He nods up at the screen where there's a breaking news ticker that indicates that Trace Billings has finally beaten Comstar's Celerity Racer to take first place for the first time in 2.5 months.
They must have cheated.
You don't like Trace? He's one of the Phoenix Mech Sports. He's one of them fancy investors in the company. Better not say that anywhere they got microphones.
I just don't see how Celerity can be beat.
Well, I'll tell you what. They've been bullying the pilot. All the other racers have been treating her like shit.
That is not surprising.
Yeah, she's been getting plenty of death threats too.
Odd transition, but speaking of, let's just save this for a couple drinks, and then
a couple of drinks later,
3, 4 beers later, Cosmo will probably stand up and just be like, "Buck, it has been a pleasure. I just want to let you know." Now lean in, like give him a hug as I'm leaving, and say, "I took care of Mr. Way. Pavlusha has been avenged." And then turn around and walk out.
He goes pale and falls off his stool. From the ground, looks at you walking out as if he's seen a ghost.
I feel like now I'm ferryman.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and take the gangster playbook instead?
I mean, yeah, I think you're convinced everyone's going to want to take was it Legend to get that extra edge?
Everyone is going to want to take Legend. I mean, the Legend playbook is going to be pretty good. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, but how many times has that edge actually helped me in my meteor rolls?
Well,
never.
Maybe not you. It's helped others.
All right. Well, let's just continue this shit show tour. On to Elizabeth.
You're showing up to Elizabeth after having dinner and then killed a man, then had 5 beers.
Well, I'm assuming these are like spaced out a little bit.
Sure. Listen, I'm just checking in. They could even be on different days if you wanted.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I wasn't going to the dive bar in that neon green blue outfit.
Okay.
With my
that was not clear to me.
In.
This is why we're updating the scenery. Animators, just go back, erase the outfit, put them in something else.
Oh, that's funny though. Yeah, I'd say this is a new day. Probably normal coveralls for a mech tech.
Sure. Your hand is an inch away from the door.
When
somebody slams a hand on the door.
From the other side?
No, from this side to prevent you from opening it. They're trying to interpose their body between you and the door.
Who is it?
Well, the first thing you see is a pale arm down to a Jade Falcon green mech racer uniform. And it's Saya.
I immediately walk away.
She starts walking after you and says, "Hey!
We have nothing to discuss."
We do have a lot to discuss, Freebirth. Turn around and face me. I'm a gladiator here, too.
Keep walking.
I mean, she's in better shape than you and half your age. So she
very much true.
Jogging after you, and she's just like, "Hey!
What do you want?"
You know where I come from. I would challenge you, or you would challenge me to a trial at grievance, and this would be over with. But around here, they tell me in the inner sphere we're supposed to talk our problems out. So why don't you sit your ass over there in the chair, Surat, and let's figure this out.
My grievance was not with you. I have taken care of that grievance.
She puts a hand on your chest and says, "I said, stop."
She touches me?
Yeah.
Is anyone else around?
No. What are you going to do? You going to shoot her in the head with the gun?
In the middle of the mech bay. Is that what you want? A trial of grievance? Is that what would make you happy?
I need you to get over whatever your problems are with me.
Why? You won't be here long either way.
You don't know that. Sorry, she's Jade Falcon. You do not know that. None of us can know what the future holds.
Okay, let's play out the only 2 possible scenarios. You do your blooding. You pass. What happens?
I am Jade Falcon.
Yes, you leave. You fail. What happens?
I am Jade Falcon.
You are not here.
I go where the clan orders me to go.
And?
They have not ordered me to leave yet.
I don't understand what it is you want.
She looks at you with piercing eyes and says,
"I'm purposely being a difficult asshole, but at the same time."
I know. I know that you hate me. And if we don't have this conversation, if we do not have this conversation, we will never have this conversation.
Is that a threat?
No. It is clear to me that you are not going to just get over this.
As I have told you, my issue was not with you. It was with another who has been taken care of.
Why are you giving away the mechs?
You wouldn't understand.
Explain.
You have no semblance of family in the clan world. You have Sibkin. It is not the same. Would you want to see, again, you don't understand, but would you want to see the 2 machines that were responsible for the death of family? I choose not to. It is my choice.
I have killed my Sibkin.
As I said, Sibkin and family are not the same in clan to inner sphere.
I have family.
Name them.
Trace Billings. Kyle Morgan.
Debating how far down I want to go down this path.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Let your rage out, Cosmo. Let it flow.
Because this is like
destroy her and become more powerful.
At the funeral, right? The one thing Cosmo asked Kyle to do was teach her the meaning of family, and so in a way, I'm kind of testing to see if he did that or not. Which I have no idea if he did or didn't. But
family.
What you say? Trace is family. What is he?
He is my father.
What does that mean to you? What is a father?
Someone who helps me grow.
Is that all? Do you feel anything for them?
Okay, so she is gonna say no, but it's clear that in her little tsundere Jade Falcon heart, there's an emotional maelstrom inside of her. Even though she says no.
I would probably keep pushing until she will lash out and punch me in the face or something.
No, she lashes out by saying, it is not about me, Cosmo. It is about you.
You are the one yelling, if not me.
Just a reminder, she's like 19, 20 years old. You know, she's not fully...
This is good practice for me. My daughters too. She's just learning to say full sentences.
I'm so glad I can roleplay your daughters. Yeah, she rubs her forehead and then turns back to look at you and says, I am trying to help you.
Let's cut to the
trying
chase.
To hurt me.
I am trying to make you feel what it means to lose family. Then you understand how I feel.
I mourn the loss of every Jade Falcon that has ever existed.
Did you know them?
I know them as well as any can know another.
He doesn't buy that for a second. What is your proposed solution? Do you want a trial of grievance? I will give you that if that is what you so desire. And no need to ask Kyle. No need to ask Seth. We can settle this between us. Her fourth match next week.
Come with me.
What direction does she start heading?
She starts walking towards the elevator that leads to the higher levels of the mech bay and the roof.
Can I see Ro up there? If he's up there, I'm not going up there.
No, Ro isn't here. The room is empty.
Okay, then sure.
Okay. She doesn't take you to the mech bay. She goes all the way to the roof. And she goes to walk out to the western side of the building where there's a setting sun over the international zone of the Solaris City. Puts one leg up on the lip and stares out at it, very Luke Skywalker-ish.
Okay. What are we doing up here?
Let me tell you a story. Have you ever heard the tragedy of the Turkina?
Enlighten me.
It's not a story anyone outside of the Jade Falcon would tell you. The founder of the Jade Falcon clan, Elizabeth Hazen, was a great warrior among the coterie of General Kerensky. And her story is passed down to all of us through the remembrance. It's called the Falcon's Vision.
So Cosmo's actually trying to be respectful and won't interrupt because he can tell this means something to her.
Sure. I'm not going to retell the whole story here.
Sure, of course.
But basically, there were riots in the wake of Kerensky settling down in the Pentagon worlds. And, like a lot of the place names that she gives you are totally meaningless, right? Like you have no idea what a Pentagon world is or what Eden is or what Pokil Jungle is. But Elizabeth Hazen pilots a SLDF Black Knight, and it falls into a concealed pit of oil and bursts into flames. She ejects. She gets shot in the head while ejecting, like a lucky bullet hits her in the head. And when she wakes up, her lover, and it's clear that she doesn't understand what a lover is, but General Aaron de Chevalier is killed. And, you know, he is her commanding officer. He is her lover. They're best friends. It's something more than sibkin. And that it's very important to the story that this be emphasized. And as she is going in and out of consciousness, Elizabeth Hosden gets a vision of the Jade Falcon that she tamed, the genetically engineered super predator. And the Turkina spoke to her and asked her why she was giving up and wanting to die after seeing Aaron go down. And she just kept having this conversation with the bird, and the bird said, "Take from me 5 feathers as proof of my existence," and then biting her on the back of her hand. And when Elizabeth wakes up, she has 5 feathers in her hand and would go on to become a battlefield spirit of rage and grief that would kill every rebel in the Pentagon worlds that she could find in revenge for what happened to de Chevalier. And it would come to be known as the de Chevalier massacre afterwards, what she does to them, and brings for a time peace not just to the people who would become the Jade Falcons, but to all of the future clans. And that their clan is literally born from the concept of lost love. And that all Jade Falcons bear this deep in their heart, for it is the first line of our remembrance. And as the story ends, the sun has set and she turns to you in the neon darkness of Solaris City and says, "You care. You cared, but you still care for Pavlusha. And I killed him."
You did the slaying, yes, but it was not your responsibility alone. There were multiple factors. I put you two in that situation. He was not ready. You clearly were, but he also had a disadvantage that has been taken care of. I must say, your story, you surprised me. Perhaps I underestimated you. You understand more than you let on.
I am Jade Falcon.
I should have seen that coming.
She pulls out a flask of alcohol from one of her side pockets and hands it to you and says, "There are many ways to remember the dead. There will be no gift take for Pavlusha, for he was not a warrior, nor was he trueborn. But I will remember him. I would not be where I am without him."
That Cosmo probably just says salute. Cheers. He's probably like awestruck at, Jesus Christ, this chick knows has like a totally other side. Probably no one else has seen. He's not sure who else knows it, but
not anybody that's on this show for sure.
His respect for her just like skyrocketed.
Look at how we ended up. Cosmo goes from number one, not involved with the mafia, to, you know, Capellan enforcer knight, and now he's grudgingly respectful of Saya. It's been a blazing hot storyline change here.
Can't wait to see what happens in the arena.
We don't even need the arena. Let me just tell you, you lose.
Yeah. It'll be just like Seth and Tanaga, except I pull the trigger.
Seth and Tanaga. Man, that's going to be a fight. Holy shit.
Next week has so much good content coming.
I mean, Saturday we've got the mercenary mission.
That is true.
Which means Sunday people are getting Oath of Endosteel and a 7-hour long mercenary mission all at once. There's no way anyone's like, if you watch AP Gaming Real religiously, your Sunday's still going to be full up. There's no way.
Yeah, even at my 1.7 times speed, unless James is in it.
1.75 times speed.
If James is in it, I have to do 1.5. He just talks too fast.
I could talk slower if that would make you feel better.
No.
James talks at what my dad would have called as Connecticut Minute, but I don't think that anyone's going to get that reference.
I found actually besides James, I think I might be the second fastest talker sometimes. And so I even have to slow my own down to be like, what the hell did I just say? To make sure it made some sense. But
okay.
Okay, I don't really know how to put a nice bow on that other than the salute. I think that's
I mean,
that's a good ending.
You know, the night just does its thing. That's all there is to it, you
know. So I probably don't need to go see Elizabeth now. It was actually be somewhat of a joke that I thought would have been a little funny if I won't do it anymore. That I never actually gave her the signed thing. I remember at the end of the last episode, I'll get to it. And I never ever got to it.
It's fine. She's dropped the investigation.
Yeah. So and after you said that in the last episode, I was like, oh well. But I was literally going to give her a piece of paper because I'd say I lost the original one and because I was gone. Give her a piece of paper that said, I, Nicholas Sokolov, swear that I was impaired the night of beach party and do not recall anything about what you asked me 3 weeks ago.
Of course. Yep. Sounds like you've been talking to some lawyers.
Well, that was going to be my answer before Kyle's episode. But what I would like to do is research 2 different things. One, my opponent for this week.
Okay.
And the second, if this was with Elizabeth, I'd say I'm ranked 99. Yes. When I win today, what are the ranks I can challenge next week? And is there a pilot amongst them who represents the Federated Suns?
You're asking who? Who are you asking this?
That would have been to Elizabeth.
Okay. All right. Well, her office directs you to speak with Zuri because that's what Zuri does.
Yeah, but I don't like Zuri.
That's okay. Her office directs you. You send that back, and her office directs you again to go to Zuri.
Okay. I'll probably knock once and then just open the door, like a quick, and then just go in.
Sure.
Zuri, I need your help.
Her right hand is under her desk, kind of suspiciously, while her left hand is holding a bottle that's poised to be. She says, "Oh, it's you," and then you hear something, and then her right hand gets laid flat on the desk, and she says, "Come in, sit down."
What were you doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Was it G-rated?
Look,
no.
So Amos broke into my apartment a couple of weeks ago in the middle of the night and sat there waiting for me to threaten Hunter. So I'm just a little nervous and twitchy. When she says apartment, what she really meant was house.
There's a lot that you just said I don't understand.
Sure.
But I think it is a good tip for me in the future, perhaps. Break into someone's apartment and wait for them. Well, is everything straight? You know what? I will just let Seth know he needs to take care of this problem. He is champion. He has to deal with drama, not me. Do you think you could help me with some research?
Sure. I mean, that's my job. What do you need?
I suppose. Last time you told me I just needed to find a girl, so I writ you off as someone that did not quite take their job seriously.
Well, you're certainly not the only one who could. Look, let me explain something to you. The rest of the gladiators of Solaris haven't really figured out yet. The way you get famous is by hanging out with other famous people. All right? I don't care if you want to call it leeching or lampreying or networking or, whatever you need to call it. You need to be expanding your audiences at all time. Showing a little romance also doesn't hurt. Being seen with beautiful, famous people doesn't hurt your image. Speaking of, can I ask you who this woman is? And she slides like a. It's clearly going to be a tabloid running tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
This was seen 2 nights ago. Who is she?
Oh, well, let's just say I took your advice.
Well, I have to say, you have chosen well. She's not someone who's going to embarrass this organization. Well, look, let me be clear, Nicholas. As a promoter, I see a beautiful woman who has clearly got distinct style, taste, and wealth. As long as surely you're not going to hang out with anybody objectionable, are you? I mean, you're pretty reasonable.
Yes.
I can basically count on you and William.
Yes, I would stick with the storyline you have proposed. It is a good one.
Okay. Are you doing some proposing yourself? She says with a,
We shall see where it leads. We've only been on.
All right.
We are just starting our relationship.
Look, I know you probably don't think very much of me. We haven't had a lot of time working together, but I am pretty good at my job. I got Hunter into the Unlimited even when he was on a losing streak.
Technically, you did the same for me.
You were on a winning streak.
I only had one loss. And
one loss is not the end of a... Cosmo, you're one of the top Mech warriors here. You just need to get back in the game and show it, okay? No one's blaming you after what happened.
Well, I appreciate that, because I do hate losing. Speaking of which, my opponent this week. Who is he? What should I be aware of?
Okay, make a research roll, and then I will tell you more.
Dun, 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 dun. Nope. Loud dice. Here we go. Ooh, that's like my best roll ever. 9.
You have,
what's the plus or minus on that guy?
Let's see.
Is it instinct? Tell me it's instinct.
It's instinct.
Boom, 10.
Okay, you get to ask 2 questions. Your opponent today is a Mech warrior who goes by the name Malibu.
So he has low alcohol content. Good.
Not that Malibu. The place, not the beer.
Hold on.
They're unlimited stress. Class rank 96.
96. All right. Where's that damn list? I would like to know. I know 2 things, right? 2 options. Yep. First, I'd like to know notable SPAs, and second, current favorite mech.
I will show you the mech. It is a Rifleman 5D, which has 2 large lasers, 2 ERPPCs, and 2 medium lasers.
2 ERPPCs. Damn.
Yeah. Before you get too excited about that, you should check the heat build.
Yeah.
Alpha striking is not an option in this mech. Not unless you want to pull a... who was the opponent that just fucking overheated themselves to death at Kyle's match? Eric Bloodaxe, the Bloodaxe King.
Bloodaxe.
What an entertaining fellow.
That's I mean, that seems like a better matchup for... Wait, do I know the SPAs, if any?
They have no notable skills in that department.
Wow. Okay. That BV is only 1400. Really? I guess that's just due to the horrible heat curve.
See, XL fusion engine, the heat curve, and
it's because their stats are
incredibly low armor rating.
Yeah, and the stats are 4 or 5.
Well, if you want to know what their real stats are, you could try researching again.
No. I think that's probably good. 15 armor everywhere, huh? All right.
Heavy mech, 15 armor everywhere is that's like a 50-ton mechs.
yeah, but when I'm thinking of my oh hey, look there. Wow, that's a huge picture of Cosmo. When I'm thinking of my the mech I want to use, that basically plinks at 10 damage at a time though. Okay, then all right.
Sorry, my apologies. I just told you he doesn't have any SPAs, right? That's a lie.
Yeah.
He has Bloodstalker and Sniper.
Oh,
Bloodstalker is at the beginning of the match. He declares you as a sole enemy, and he gets a -1 to gunnery.
Oh shit! And he's got Sniper.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's in the unlimited class. He's pretty good.
I feel like I'm not supposed to be in the unlimited class with only Fire Fist. Well,
your win rate's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds like you really need some more SPAs, though.
Well, I'm concerned, honestly, as a player, I'm concerned about not using the Vixen and possibly losing it in the first match. Because his to hit numbers are going to be really fucking low. That's at least a -3 at long range.
Sure, but the Vixen is incredibly fast.
Yes, I can get up to a +4.
Yeah, that's very high evasion rating.
Yeah, and on this map, it's pretty open.
He doesn't have a targeting computer. He doesn't have, like weapon specialists.
Neither do I. But yeah, I'll go with the Vixen because I'm excited to pilot it. But I'm gonna have to go speed chess mode. So okay. The only other thing I want to research is that second part. Assuming I win today or this week, where would that put me, rank wise, and who could I challenge after?
You'd be rank 96. You could challenge up to rank 86. I wouldn't suggest going that high quite yet, but it wouldn't be unreasonable for you to challenge rank 92.
Could you? How about this? I'll go win. Could you work on preparing me a list of Davian warriors in that range?
You want to fight Davian specifically?
Yes.
Is this part of some sort of storyline thing?
And I'll point down to the newspaper clipping of the of Kunfei.
I think you're going to need to tell me who this woman is. Why don't you write it down, and we'll work on some new promotional material that features Capellan Green. And how do you think you would look in some Han Dynasty clothing?
Well, I'd say it doesn't matter how I'd look if you think it works. I trust your judgment.
I think we're going to need to buy a Dow.
If you say so. Cosmo doesn't know what a Dow is.
It's you've seen the Capellan Confederation emblem?
Yeah.
It's the sword.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cosmo's just like, okay. But what I think is even funnier is, this is the okay. Well, on the record sheet I built for him, I built a Vixen in Mech Online, and it's holding a katana. But it's only for the entrance. But okay.
Maybe we'll call it a Dow. We'll just make it a little shorter and a little less bendy. There
we go. I wonder if I could. No, whatever. I'll send you the image later if people are curious, or if people can ask me about it. But that means you have to go on Discord, people.
Got him. Thank you for that cross-promotional recruitment.
All right, I think I'm good for the interview.
Okay. William is wearing like 6 gold chains and a Aladdin style vest and hammer pants. He's looking very comfortable leaning back. No shirt at all. So even though he's in like his 50s, 60s, he's rocking.
Would you say he's got like? I was gonna say, does he have like a pot-belly dad bod, or is he got a six-pack?
No. I mean, it's not like he works out a lot, but he's also not like a high body fat. He's not non-muscular.
So nothing stands out, just blend. Gotcha.
He definitely isn't embarrassed doing his interview like this. He clearly chose this outfit. He leans forward and says, Nicholas Sokolov, Cosmo, welcome back to Solaris Nights. It has been a while since we've seen you on this show.
William, it is good to see you. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed our conversations until I didn't have them. And I missed them. I realized I never apologized to you or your audience for skipping a post-match interview after my first loss against the Nagozas.
Oh, think nothing of it. It's been a rough time. All right, we finally got the Wyndham Williamson III art, so here we go.
Ooh. Wow. All right. I like it.
Okay. Please. It's been a hard time for you. Cosmo, what did you get up to on your vacation?
Well, I was doing some self-reflection, figuring out what was best for Cosmo, what it is I needed to refocus on to turn around my 2 consecutive losses and recover from the loss of Pavlusha. But I do think I've put that behind me now, and I'm ready to focus again on gladiatorial combat. I appreciate you for asking. It means a lot.
Well, I have a notice here from our desk analysts. There's a lot that they've been working on lately, but apparently you are now a major in the Capellan Confederation Armed Forces.
Well, word certainly does travel fast now, doesn't it? That is true. I'm sure Zuri is going, what the fuck?
Yeah, Zuri is going. I mean, she's busy putting together, these beautiful robes in colors that will be complementary to your eye and hair color, and like having someone with a similar build as you pose with a sword so that she can prepare like magazine zine covers for Comstar to deliver.
That's great.
And she's just like, oh boy, Nicholas, I'm gonna bury you. I'm gonna find a shallow grave and I'm gonna bury you in it. How dare you walk into my office and ask me these questions and not tell me the most important thing to do my job.
Hey, as far as he's concerned, he followed her advice, found himself a girl.
Yeah. All right. What can you tell me about this woman that you were photographed with, Miss Mandrissa Shang Kung Fei?
When he gets the title right, he's like, you got it. Yes. Well, let's just say Kun Fei and I have mutual interests, and I am happy to help her along her journey to her ultimate goal.
Forgive me, Cosmo, but her ultimate goal as Mandressa in exile must be the retaking of Heligoland from the Federated Suns. Are you saying you support the Capella Confederation's retaking of territory lost during the Fourth Secession War?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Roll for a political statement. Oh shit, that was good.
7. What is the political statement?
Is entertainment.
0. So 7.
You can either reduce your stress by 1 or gain 1 glory.
Reduce my stress. Let's take a glory because I ain't got none.
All right, so in God, is it called Silesia? I think that's the Lyran. Oh, Cathay. It's called Cathay. Is the district where previously there have been riots, and you're none too popular among the people of Cathay, except in the Tikhonov regions, and a little bit with the St. Ives. Like the St. Ives people right now are like, look at this fucking traitor up here talking about war with the very people keeping our nation alive. But everybody else is just like, yeah, man, like Cosmo finally back on that good shit, talking about the Chancellor. This is the Cosmo we want. Like, yeah, war blood. Some gentleman who's, he's lost his left arm. He's using a cane in his right arm. He's watching this match in the street outside of an electronics shop on the TV there, and tears begin pouring down his face as he goes, finally, someone who understands we must eliminate the Davian scum. Capella Confederation forever. And people in the street are just like, that's right, old man. Nicholas Cosmo's back from vacation and he's here to kick ass. Everybody's like, all right, calm down, cheer for him respectfully and non-rebelliously. Yeah. William looks a little surprised. William's
reaction? Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. William's like, well, this is a unusual direction for you, but certainly this isn't the first time you've heard comments like this. Let's pivot real quick. My analysts have finally finished analyzing your previous matches and have determined that early on in the Solaris Open and your early matches, you had a high level of accuracy with your large laser weapon, and in fact used it for most of your killing blows, of which there were many. And yet, throughout this season of Solaris, summer finals, you have eschewed the use of large lasers, and it has punished you. Your accuracy rating has dipped quite a bit since no longer using them.
Well, I suppose if you separate out large lasers from your large lasers, I am inclined
Our
to agree. Our
analysts haven't seen that match yet.
Well, so you are coming at me with the outdated data?
Yes. They're still on. They're barely at episode 40 right now. They're working really hard to catch up. So but they don't shit talk them.
No. I mean, it was okay.
You know, they all have working lives. You know, and they're doing this on a volunteer basis.
Well, I imagine when I catch up to my latest match, that trend will continue, which is why I've taken a different approach of a large laser, which you will see today for the first time. Something to help boost my accuracy.
What are we looking at?
Large pulse lasers. Clan technology, of course.
I hadn't thought you were a clan technology kind of guy. Where did you acquire these? The same place that all of the rest of your friends get their technology?
Well,
Ronin Industries?
No, I am not in with Ronin like the rest of my stablemates. I think you know I have a very, very fortuitous relationship with Fulcher.
Oh, so it's not Elysian Fields Clan Salvage. You're talking Fulcher Industries, your personal backer.
Why, yes, they got their hands on a you know what, I won't ruin the surprise, on clan technology, and they specially refit it and repaired it just for me. And I intend to do them justice by performing as well as I can in this next match.
A mech just for you. You know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it is a Stormcrow.
That is far too slow for my liking, William. You know this.
Far too slow? The Stormcrow?
I think that's a 6'9", right? So that should give him some sort of what? Or is it 5'8"? It might be a 5'8".
It's 97.2 kilometers. So you know, I think some of them have.
I think that's 6'9", right?
Yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, that would be considered fast outside of like a scout mech. All right.
Does he say that? Does he say scout mech?
No, but he does. He does. He is like, well, I'm certain that we're going to see quite an exciting match coming up. I
do hope to deliver that.
What can you tell me about your thoughts going into the match?
Well, I do have two things that I feel I must comment on after missing some time. First, my thanks to my stablemate Kyle Morgan for starting the Pavlusha group. If you haven't heard of it yet, look it up. In fact, I would like to up the ante just a little bit on what he said. Anyone who donates, so I don't know what a realistic number would be here, 100,000 C-bills to the cause will be entered into a raffle. The raffle is to spend a day with us Apex Dragons, touring our facilities, meeting personnel, and seeing how we train, or in some of our cases, don't train.
There are a number of the Sethats right now buying up all of the charity spots.
Apparently they have all the money. And the second thing, speaking of training, in the past, I mentioned I took some training ideas from the Highlanders, thanks to Hunter, to create an obstacle course of sorts, although it was not complete last time we spoke. However, I'm pleased to announce that today it is a complete project. And then I will bring my phone around, show on Minkstagram some of the photos, which you can find on Tabletop Simulator, of the finished obstacle course. And I'd like to also note that even the audience can participate via the digital replica in mech simulators. Just subscribe to CG Map Packs for a low monthly fee. New content every month. CG stands for Cosmo Gabe. I had to find a way to put myself first.
Wow. Wow. Gabe, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Only a few people may. Well, no, that's true. Everyone should figure it out now. But
watch Battletech. You'll get it.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus corporate.
That's a reroll and a half coming.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to get one reroll, so don't half reroll it.
Yeah. Corporate. Oh man, corporate's my -1. This is why I don't do well media.
Oh boy. Nope.
One of these days, I'm going to pass a media roll.
I think what happens is as you're showing everything on Minkstagram, your account gets Minkstagram locked because Minkstagram is a subscription service, and you're publicly and openly sharing it, and like it shuts down, and it's like, please speak with an administrator to get your account unlocked.
What is this damn technology? I guess I will have to hold on. I have her name somewhere in here. I'll have to go talk to who's like the one Minkstagram person that liked Cosmo.
Tahira tried it.
Yes, Tahira. She's the only one that was like, okay, you're just as awkward as I am. This is okay.
I like how rather than talk to the administrator or talk to the leader of the team or anybody in corporate, you're like, I'm gonna talk to the one person I know.
Yeah, the one. Well, I mean, listen.
My Windows 10 locked up. Let me just call Bill Gates real quick.
Yeah, well, so listen, my wife works for Amazon, and the amount of people in my family who reach out to me to be like, "Hey, can you ask Jill how to delete my account?"
I suppose that is very human nature. Yes.
Yeah. Just like what? But, oh well.
I'm sure that you can just Google how do I delete my Amazon account.
Oh yeah,
and there will be an Amazon article on how to do it.
I can do it in 3 screenshots from my phone.
Perfect.
Last thing, William. As you probably saw this coming, I always dedicate my victory for a guaranteed victory, and it should be no surprise here for Kun Fei. This one's for you.
You mean Mandrissa Jean Kun Fei?
So in Cosmo head, he's like, well, she told me just to call her Kun Fei, but I should probably in public use the mentor.
No. Before you could say yes, he's just like, so you must have a very close relationship with Miss Zhang. I see.
I will leave that up to you.
He turns toward the camera and gives a knowing PC glance with the audience.
If Cosmo really wanted to cheese it up, which he's not, I mean, he's cheesy, but he's not that cheesy. He'd totally do the shoot up.
He plays with a ring on his finger. All right.
Oh, man.
Anything else you want to do before the match?
No, this is going to have to be one of the fastest matches.
No, it'll be fast. You'll explode instantly. Don't worry about it.
All right.
So the thing you should know about your opponent is that Malibu is from Terra. So he's not Comstar, but he and his family live in one of the very exclusive private enclaves, and he received permission to leave Terra temporarily to be a gladiator. And so he shows up, he's like in his late 20s. He's only wearing surfing shorts and is carrying in his surfboard as he waves to everybody and picks up a microphone and goes, now look, my opponent hasn't met me before, okay? So he doesn't know that while a lot of people are obsessed with the year 3000 millennia that just happened, I'm all about the year 2000. The Matrix. What's up, dog? So let me just say, bro Seth, let me stick it to you here real quick. You can't take this Tamagotchi off my belt. Everybody's like, I don't understand what he's saying, but it sounds so good.
What is he saying? That's great.
So, Cosmo, I want to dedicate this match to myself. Eat my shorts. He starts climbing up into his rifleman. The song that's played. So, when Kyle comes in, right, he's playing the future version of Darude Sandstorm, right?
Yeah.
This guy is playing actual Darude Sandstorm. Yeah. He's not playing the year 3000 version of it. He's playing the actual song.
He's playing the actual Du Hast, not the Russian rendition.
You understand. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So just to show everybody the mech that he'll be using is a Rifleman 5D, which I think is the David version, but
even better.
ERPPCs over large lasers. medium lasers in the chest, lots and lots of heat, not a lot of armor, and as is usual for a rifleman, weak back armor on top of weak regular armor. Cosmo, you will be piloting, let me just pop this up here, a Vixen, the clan scout mech.
Yeah,
talk to us about your choice, since you personally requested this mech.
Well, this is a general donation from Fulcher Industries to help Cosmo get back in his element in the light mech platform, where speed is key. And in addition to having that speed, having a large laser that will improve his shit accuracy lately with that pulse variety having a -2. And being clan technology, we have the nice bump to range here, as well as the XL in the clan XL engine, so I can lose a torso, and double heatsink stock, so nearly max armor too.
Your pulse laser is a rifle, so you can just eject it by letting go of it.
Yeah, this actually, when I looked up the
it came from version, like the second wave of clan mechs that went really Gundam for a little while.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I used to think the Phoenix Hawk was like the most anime mech that could be, and then I saw the Sarner picture of the Vixen or Incubus.
Is pretty good too. Yeah.
But yeah, this is pretty anime.
This mech was specifically designed to be duelist, and you can tell because it has 4 fucking machine guns.
Yes, if Seth was here, he would tell you an honorable clan warrior who fights in the Vixen usually turns off some weapons in their combat because it is specifically made for like one-on-one combat.
Yep.
But he's not here, so you don't know that.
Perfect. What's your intro like?
So per usual, when the lights go down, the Russian Duha starts. And then a green pulsing light starts with smoke coming out, and it's kind of timed to the light pulse. I forgot I wrote this. It's pulsed that when the light is pulsing and Cosmo sprints out, he's zigging and zagging with an intense speed with each pulse. And it seems like every time the light pulses, you're like, how did he get that much closer? Very similar to those cat videos when you pop out from a wall and back and back. Can I get a mini, a Incubus mini?
Oh, I don't know if they have them.
What?
She's a quick draw. I mean, just because something's a MechWarrior line does not mean we have a mini of it.
All right.
We'll do it next time. I thought you were going to use a quick draw. All right. So it should be noted that his rifleman is painted with waves all over it, and like on the chest is him surfboarding. With like a Comstar logo on the back.
I'm going to bring you back to reality.
He looks at you and goes, I don't see any jump jets, so oops. There goes gravity. You got a 6 for initiative. Eight. Shit. All right.
So this is usually when I win, and it's not helpful.
You actually lost initiative in 44% of your matches. So.
Wow. All right. We got punch clock back.
Look, man, I have a team of analysts. They volunteered under deep threat, and I said, hey, give me information for today's match. If you guys are catching up, get me information. And that's what they came up with. Okay. Large lasers, initiative, and win rate.
I'll take it. So I won, right? So yeah. I will just go on this side, yeah.
Okay, then I will place on this side. He just places right here.
Oh, I should know this, but how wide is this flicker? We'll do it next round, I suppose. All right.
Are you placing in that hex?
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay.
Man, I want that roll for an actual shooty round. Goddamn.
$28 hexes. Would you get a 4?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
I would have had a headshot with a critical though. Yeah, and with a large pulse laser
look, I'm proud to announce that in season 3 of Oath of Enostil, we're going to use the floating criticals rule.
Oh, nice. I do like that.
Through armor critical, yeah. Eric's been pushing for it for a while, so I'm 100% sure, knowing Eric, that the first floating critical is going to be a headshot, cockpit hit critical that kills him instantly. I know how this game works.
I thought the floating critical was only on a 2.
Right. You have to. You get the.
Oh, you're saying you're going to move it to the head.
Once you get it, no. So once you get it, you roll again to see where it actually hits.
Yes.
Once, if you get a double ones, it means that you get a through armor critical, and then you roll again to see what body part it goes through.
I see what you're saying. And his first one is going to shift to the head.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
And hit the cockpit on a D6 for the
that
critical.
Would be a horrible turn of luck.
Yeah. It's possible, but it's incredibly unlikely. It's like in the thousands.
I'm assuming I lost initiative.
You did.
Okay, so 9 and 14. And we're 28 apart. Okay.
What is that? Breaking news?
This is a Donegal Broadcasting Company
2,
news
3,
alert.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That's way too slow for how fast you're going, but okay. Okay, go faster. Have you used a clan machine before? All right, then this is fast. Like your mech doesn't move anywhere close. Like, it's not a big stompy robot. It's got some side to side agility. It's got a lot of moving parts. It's very smooth. So you go down and up, and I think it's probably almost as fast as the Dart was before it tragically exploded.
Yeah. that was an 812. This is even faster. Yeah. Although that had TSM, I think.
Sure.
That painful match where I actually tried
with the supercharger.
I mean, all I need is a lot more wealth.
Yeah, what? Get like a 20 movement.
Just for kicks, the other day I was looking on Solaris Skunkworks, so like what the highest battle value lights are. Do you know the most valuable one by far and away is a Dasher that has like 7 ER large lasers. I mean 7 ER medium lasers.
Really? How does it? I don't think it can handle that heat build, but it's got its crazy speed and then just a shitload of medium lasers. Interesting. I do know that the most expensive battle mech on record is the Septupsima build that has the mobile HPG generator that costs $6 billion.
I remember when you dropped that in Time Total Warfare, I had to look it up. And
so
what the fuck
awful.
Is that thing?
It's literally the worst mech design in the entire world. And we live in a design that has the urban mech, so yeah. All right, you can't see each other. He just stands in place. Let's roll.
Oh, you didn't move? Wow.
He doesn't need to move. You think he's going to go into mobility warfare with you?
Yeah, that'd be nice. 9.
11. Go ahead.
God damn it. Okay. Large lasers.
I accidentally turned the news thing off.
Man.
Probably hadn't even gotten a full run yet.
Probably want to.
Why do I need to move? You're the one that has to come to me. And you want to get in close range, you got to go down and back up real slowly.
1. Wait, why'd you turn? Fix yourself. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on. I have to put him down just to move the screen.
Yeah, fine.
12, 13, 14.
That does not cover you, just so you're aware.
Yes, but I have buku evasion.
All right. So by the time you see his mech, he's in the cockpit just waiting for you to show up singing I'm a Barbie Girl by Aqua.
This upsets me.
Then when you show up and begin zooming across the screen, he does it with the music. In a Barbie world. So he doesn't move. You shoot first. Wait, why does that upset you? That's a good song.
Well, because I don't know if you've heard, but Rammstein has his own version.
Wow, I have not heard it. The only Rammstein song that I know is Firefly.
But you do know Du Hast, though, right?
Oh yeah, I guess Du Hast as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had 10. Is that what you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. All right. I guess I'm gonna shoot with. Oh wait, that's the wrong sheet, and that means I put heat on the wrong sheet. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot with large pulse and 2 ER mediums. So I need 10 is medium range. So base 3, 4, 5. You didn't move. It's medium for 7 minus 2 is I need 5 for the large pulse and add 2 more for 5s and 7s. There we go. Okay. Number 1 hits location 5. Right leg takes 10 damage. Okay. Large pulse number 1 gets 7, so that does hit. 9. Left leg takes what is ER mediums? Wrong sheet again. I keep looking 5. At the 7. It's 5 heat.
Oh, it's 7 a clan.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
So 7 damage to the other leg, and miss for the last shot.
Okay. He's firing 2 ER PPCs and a large laser at you. Medium range with Bloodstalker and all that.
Can you delete the quick draw? I keep going back to the sheet.
Me too. Second ER PPC hits center torso for 15.
Wait, he's clan?
Is it?
That would
I'm so confused horribly. Now. No, it's 10 damage. 10 damage. 10
okay,
damage.
I was like, oh my god. If I knew he was clan, there's no way I would have brought the mixing.
Yeah. All right, and then the large laser is a miss.
Thank God.
He builds 4 points of heat. All right, he opens comms. You can hear the music in the background coming out of his earphones. He's just like, "Bro, most excellent opening shot, bro."
Stay tuned for round 2.
Oh, I forgot to do the sound effects. Sorry. Then we got the pulse laser.
God damn, I suck at initiative. I don't hear anything. Should I be hearing something?
You don't you? Oh, inactive for too long. Broadcast stopped. I see. I'll have to start it again. Send it to you.
Oh wow! Look at all these buttons.
What buttons are we talking about?
I think I see all the sounds that you get. Ooh, flamethrower. Bring back fire starter.
Right. You'll have to reconnect now, but
same link.
Yep. No, a new link in chat.
Okay.
7 for initiative.
I got a 4.
Okay. Feel free to go first.
Connect.
All right, I'll give you that beautiful sound link again. So PPC, pulse lasers, and your single laser shot. Working with what I got, you know.
I gotcha. All right. So there's a lot of rubble in the way.
Close
here.
In with me. Get to machine gun range, bro.
I don't think so.
Show me your duelist powers. We're gonna duel like it's Yu-Gi-Oh, which is I don't think exists in the year 2000, but okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me count before that's final.
You made 6 turns, so it's probably like 8 to 9 hexes.
10. It's perfect. Plus 4.
That possible? Turned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, yeah. I'm the one making a mistake. How many hexes? 10?
10. Which is what my goal was. I mean, honestly, I'm more worried about me with your damn sniper. Sniper benefits you more at longer range, so it does make sense to get closer.
Sure.
Although your weapons can blow me up.
He doesn't move. I'm gonna go ahead and turret you real quick.
I need to take out a leg.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. Base 3, 4, 5 for running. Everything is medium range again. So 7s and 5s again. Yeah. Large pulse laser needs a 5. You fucking suck so much. Need a 7. That hits. 7 damage to location 4. Right arm. And that also misses. That's horrible. These are easy to hit numbers. I'm getting shit rolls. Well, this could be bad.
So I'm looking at 2 ERPPCs and 1 large laser again.
Get spicy. Really spicy.
Oh, buddy.
Does that hit?
It doesn't, so I'm going to go ahead and edge re-roll it. Holy shit. For the folks that are listening, it was a 5 and I needed a 6 and I re-rolled and got snake eyes. So I guess the dice are telling me that it's not Cosmo's time.
Kuhn is with me.
Oh God, no!
Both
not again! Another head hit that doesn't hit.
You know what's nuts is both of these were 12 and 4, so I didn't even notice them change. I was like, did you even roll?
God, I did roll. Oh, thank fuck, something hit. Large laser hits center torso for whatever. IS.
Other crits?
No, unfortunately, it's 8 damage though.
Can you hit somewhere else?
No, I'm good. How you doing there? Oh Jesus, you have machine gun ammo in there. You'll fucking die, bro. You'll just die. You're the guess I'll die guy from that show. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple ways to think about this.
I mean, he just opens comms like, bro, you're gonna die, bro. You have to eject right now. Surrender, bro.
One more round. We shall see.
Bro. He starts crying manly tears. Bro.
Can I please get a good initiative?
I rolled 11. Good luck.
Son of a biscuit.
Surely he'll continue to not move, right? You can get right up behind him with no problems.
Yeah, right behind him. I need to keep moving 10.
What's incredible is that you actually could leg snap him this round, and it would be super fucking annoying.
1.
But probably actually be dead.
Which leg is this? Your right leg, the one that's more hit? Yes. Good. So that means that's real hard. I have to somehow get past this line. Wait, no. Is it that line? Yeah. Actually, no, because you haven't gone. You'll just fucking turn. Never mind. that would have backfired horribly.
I turn so that you only hit my left leg. Wouldn't that be even better? I show my back armor because it's stronger.
One. Wait, what is your movement? 4, 6. Sorry, I have to find it over here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That actually blocks out of sight unless you move, right?
Sure.
These are too high. Now it's in this hex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I moved 1 hex too short. Oh well, +3.
Okay.
Like this dude's gunnery must be crazy good. He's got like 4s and 5s to hit, and I'm giving a +4 to my evasion.
He's way better than a 4. He can see you from there, just to be clear.
What? I thought I said this was is this blocking, and you said yes.
I mean, it blocks if you're standing next to it. You're not next to it. You can redo your move if you would rather do that.
So is this only a 1 then? And this would... Okay, so I was treating this as
he's above those things.
Well, if this was a 2, though, I treated this as a 2. That is
not a 2. It's a 1.
Okay. I'll just keep my move because we're running out of time. That's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. He's going to turn and blast you then. But by turn and blast you, I mean torso twist. He's not going to move.
That's what I thought. I was like, he's actually moving?
No, I can't afford the heat penalty or the miss penalty now that I'm heating up. So go ahead.
NBA Jam rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's both medium range again. So 5, 7, 7.
I'm on it. Yeah.
Finally, I'm on your center torso. So 10 damage center torso.
Okay.
7, that hits. 7 damage center torso.
I can take it a little bit more.
And it also hits 4. What is 4? Right arm takes 7 damage, and there is 2 criticals.
1 armor left.
Damn it.
All right, I'm doing... what is the difference? The distance is 9?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do 2 ER PPCs and 1 large laser.
Damn.
Plus 1. All right, there we go.
That's not good.
Am I hitting in front?
No, thank God. Oh, wait, you might be.
I'm facing to your right side, right?
So you're
behind your line because you're actually this way. I'm behind your line, so I'm hitting you on the right-hand side.
Good. Because if that was my center torso, I'd be out of a mech that I literally just got.
Right torso takes 10. Right arm takes 10.
Okay. Nothing internal yet.
Right arm takes 8.
Oh, well, that's my right arm gone.
Well, that's your large pulse laser.
Yes, it is. And he crits because it went internal in the torso. No. Yeah, Cosmo's going to have to surrender.
All right. As you do, he's sweating heavily because he's at 12 heat. But he's also crying manly tears as he cracks open a primary beer. Bro!
I did not know primary made it to Teta.
It didn't, bro. I drink it here because it's great beer, and also because I saw that you really like primary, and I wanted to do something for you, bro. I feel like after this battle, we're like brothers.
Something like that. You fought well.
He continues to cry manly tears. Just says bro a lot. At the end of the battle, he comes out and puts an arm around you and says to the audience, "This guy here, Nicholas Sokolov, he's my home skillet." And everybody that's in his part of the audience seating is just like, "Oh, he said it, the home skillet. He's a home skillet. Holy shit."
I won't say this like in a mic, but just to him. I know not what that means, but I hope it is a good thing.
Don't worry, it's good, bro. It's good.
Congratulations on your victory.
He hands you, with great reverence, the tiny toy he had around his belt and says, "I want you to have this. Take care of it."
The tiny what around his belt?
It's Tamagotchi.
Oh, okay. I got you.
He says it'll poop twice a day, sometimes more. Remember to walk it.
Okay. In Cosmo's mind, he's just thinking, I didn't do so well with the last thing I was given charge of.
That's why we're giving you a Tamagotchi.
Start small. First, get a plant. After a plant, get a cat. Then from a cat, get a fish.
Don't get a cat. As a cat owner, I must insist that you don't. So your guaranteed victory stress is burned off by your hotel room, but you gain another point of stress, and you can't guarantee victory again unless you're a hot dog.
Which I am.
Okay, so you're good. So you gain... Oh, and you don't gain stress for guaranteeing victory.
Great.
So this stress that you gain for losing is what's burned up by your hotel room.
Yes.
And you gain 2 experience.
Yes. That sounds right. And I failed the meteor roll, right? So I can't try it again.
Correct. Not until you level up.
God damn it. Okay. All right.
Post-match interview, or you want to skip that because we're out of time?
Cosmo
we can say that you did an interview, but we won't
Cosmo
do it on screen.
He won't skip it. He's just going to applaud Surf Boy Man.
Malibu. His name's Malibu.
He's going to applaud Malibu for a good fight. Apologize to Fulcher for not coming through with the new mech. Didn't want to get destroyed. That's why he surrendered, hoping for a better turnout next time.
All right. So let's talk about this mech repair. It's going to be pretty costly.
3, right? Armor internal clan. Oh, Mech Tech.
Tech. See, I knew it was going to come back around. And if only it was an Omni mech. No, wait, that's only for customization, but still,
yes,
you're working it pretty well here.
Considering I lost an arm, a large pulse laser, center torso was pretty low. I am very glad you shot the right torso, though. If you shot that center torso,
yeah, you would have smoked.
I would have been. It would have been the exact thing I didn't want to happen to this mech in the first fight, which would have been losing it right away.
It was close, but
it
your
was.
Strategic maneuvering saved you. All right, that's done and done. Anything else you want to say or do before we sign off here?
I suppose I will train with good old Brody Harrison to get that additional XP and
stress reduction.
Get rid of the only stress I have. Where is that there? Here.
All right, Cosmo. Well, you are solidly still rank 99 and going nowhere.
Nowhere fast.
You better watch out because you're about to get challenged by the rank 100 guy next time around. I guess the next episode for you will be the determination as to whether you are still in the limited in season 2 or not.
Yeah, I might have to go back to light or something. Zuri's probably going, man, you fucked everything up today.
That doesn't sound like Zuri.
You're right. She'd just be mumbling as she's drunk.
Wow. Now she's got this reputation as an alcoholic I didn't want her to have, but all right.
How could you have not seen that coming when every person that goes in, she slides them a drink of their choice that she already knows about?
I wouldn't say, I mean, her character description wasn't that she's an alcoholic. It's that she's a social drinker.
Maybe when she has whole bottles, and my first interaction was she gave me my own bottle because she had another of her own.
Sure, that's because she's wealthy and and the company is wealthy now. We're making good money here. All right, thank you for joining me, Dunamis, and I'll see you for the mercenary hall and then the mercenary mission.
Sounds good.
I hope you're ready for the real battlefield.
Yeah, I'll be using hopefully the Phoenix Hawk then.
We'll the Phoenix Hawk.
Something else I can trash.
I don't think anybody's bringing a scout mech, so
Phoenix Hawk's kind of close. I mean, I don't know how the Vixen can be repaired that quickly, but
we'll see. I mean, that's the magic of Solaris Nights. It just is.
Somehow.
This is why Buck is quitting. Right?
Yeah.
After my mech is repaired 5 minutes before my match incident.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I repaired the quick draw last night, and I didn't even use it. But I was like, I want to have the option of depending on who I'm fighting.
Sure, but that's what being flexible in your choices is. Dunamis, thank you for joining me, and audience. Tomorrow will be a long-awaited fight. It's William. He's back again for a rank up. Have a good afternoon.